I just made a video of my shoulder. Now I'm going to talk about my ear. Okay, for the last 3 years, I've been having balancing problems. At first, they were just little things. You know, you misstep or, you know, you get dizzy real easily. Well, in the last 3 years, it has progressed now that if I turn around, I remember where I know where I'm at. I'm in the kitchen. I'll turn around. I'll hit the wall. I'll lose my balance. I walk like a drunken soldier. My driving is passable. I have not hit anybody yet, but they say I wobble in the lane, which as long as I keep between the lines, I'm good. So I told my ear doctor that, I saw her the first part of July, or July 23rd, I believe. No, not July 23rd, June 23rd. Anyway, she cleaned out my ears. I was telling her all about that, and she cleaned out my nose. I got infection. Anyway, I kept telling her, and so she ordered a CAT scan for my head. They had ordered an MRI. It was inconclusive. It didn't show anything. The MRI didn't show any problems, except for you have no bones in your right ear. I said, I know, they're gone. They dissolved into nothingness, and they took them. I tried to have them. I went in surgery and they put them in, and my body rejected the bones. They took them out, so I have no bones in my middle ear. Luckily, my nerves are still good. I got this little Baja here for my hearing aid. It's good. It's bad. Like any hearing aid, it's not 100% your hearing, but what they found out was in my right ear, you have your cochlea, which is looks like this snail shell in your inner ear. And that's what the sound goes through to vibrate, and your brain transmits that into you hearing. The vibrations are read by your brain, no matter what you speak, Spanish, Italian, German, English, whatever. It does that. It translates it into so your brain knows what people are saying, noises you hear, birds chirping, all that. Anyway, behind that is another long, narrow bone. And if you look at the picture, there's 3 indentations on that bone, which are covered by skin. That's fine. But at the top of that bone, the skin is gone. And there's a hole, they finally found it, a hole in that bone, which, because there's a hole in that bone, the fluid is falling out that bone. Especially like if you lay back, it all rolls out. When you get up, you're doing dizzy shit. I don't know if anybody ever laid down and got up real quick, you get that little dizzy feeling. Well, that's how I feel 99% of the time. Some days it's really, really bad. And other days, I don't notice it as much. But it's been getting more and more and more noticing. I notice it more and more and more. Anyway, I mean, I trip more if I don't pay attention where my feet are at. Simple things like that. Long story short is, I got the CAT scan. They found the hole. At Kaiser, the specialist that works in the ENT department, ear, nose, and throat, they had 2 of them. They both have retired. The last one retired a couple weeks ago. So they have nobody there that does in my town this particular surgery. So I need a referral. I'll be going to University Hospital, which is ran by CU Medicine, which is up. I don't have to go to Boulder. They got a big campus down here in Denver, at the old Fitzsimmons Army Medical Center. That's where I have to go. I got to wait for the referral to come, so I got to wait for them to mail me the referral. And then they tell me who to call, and I call them, set up another appointment. So by the time I get the referral, she said it could take a week to 3. Then you got to call them. It could take, depending on how busy they are, it could take another month, maybe 2, maybe 3 months. So none of this, my dizziness will not be resolved, I don't think, before the end of the year. That's my opinion. You go with what you want. I mean, I just know doctors, I know Kaiser, and I know how things are. You hurry up and wait with anything anymore. So, that being said, I am patiently waiting for an email. That was what, CAT scan last. I'm trying to think. It's been over a week. So like I said, the CAT scan, it took me longer to drive out to the medical facility at Kaiser and get ready, get in there, check in, than it did for the CAT scan. The CAT scan lasted a whole sum of 6 minutes. That's it. So, okay, it may have been 10 minutes because they had to position me on the bed and all. Anyway, so compared to an MRI, it takes them 35 to 40 minutes to an hour to do all the fun stuff. Anyway, that's when I get my shoulder done. But back to my ear, they found the problem. Now I got to work on the solution, and it will require surgery to fix my problem. And that's why I have to go see a specialist about to see if they can fix it. They've been known to fix these things, but I plan on them fixing it. I'm not looking forward to going into surgery. I've had my ear over here cut off, laid down, and they've worked inside my ear three times over the years. I've had like 5 new eardrums on the right side during various surgeries from a little kid up to into my adulthood. I don't like getting my ear operated on because then I can't do any weightlifting. I can't, until it's healed, and that's usually at least a month, so I may be off a month for that. So we'll see what the doctor says on that. In my shoulder, I don't know what the coming year holds. My crystal ball is a little foggy, so I'm in for a rough, I think, a long winter. I hope it doesn't snow much because the last 3 winters have been very blessed. No snow, or we've had snow, but we've had no blizzards in town. The blizzards have been up in the mountains, thank goodness, or down south or up north. The central part of Colorado or Denver metropolitan area has not had a lot of snow. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to be doing this. I will keep you updated on this also. I will let you know when I get the referral. We'll go from there. You all take it easy. Y'all have a wonderful, 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 wonderful week. Keep crushing it. Keep yourself locked in. Don't let yourself get discouraged. Because I know I'm not. I mean, let me put it this way. I'm not discouraged. I'm just upset that I can't control what's happening right now. I mean, with my ear and my shoulder. All I can do is take it easy, rest, and relax, and it'll all get better. Anyway, y'all take it easy. I like to spread my channel. Anyway, this is, the funny part about life is it keeps going on and on and on. So we'll do that, and we'll keep going from there, and we'll see what happens. But I'll keep you updated on what happens with my ear and my shoulder. Y'all take it easy. Remember, people, be nice out there. Life's too short. Talk to y'all later. Bye.